Welcome back to our West Coast Conference basketball tip-off live interviews. I'm now joined by LMU head coach Charity Elliott and Hazel Ramirez. Welcome.
Thank you. We're excited to be here.
You ready for the season to start?
Oh, yes.
I think we're ready to go.
Excellent. All right, Coach, tell me a little bit about your team this year. What can we expect from the LMU program?
Well, I think that we've got a nice combination of some veterans as well as some incoming freshmen who I think are really going to make an impact for us right away. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're very up-tempo, very fast. Try to get up and down, do a little pressure, and just outrun people. That's our plan.
And one of the big topics with your team this year is Alex Cowling has graduated, all-time leading scorer in the West Coast Conference. Hazel, what is your role going to be now that she's no longer here, as opposed to, or in terms of providing some of the offense for the team?
Yes, I'm gonna try to really set a good example for these, freshmen and my teammates. I will also try to be a leader on the court and be more vocal and, try to make everyone have a role on the team and really contribute.
Is that a role you're excited about and enjoying so far?
Yeah, I'm really excited about the team. We're developing and we're getting things done day by day. So.
What do you see as some of the positives with the team this year? What are you really liking out there?
I like our energy and our mentality going into, practices every day, for example. Our approach to the game, we attack practice every day with passion. We push each other to be better and to set us up for, season. And
Coach, obviously a player like Alex, you can't replace her. She was one of the best players the conference has ever seen. But, there's always players who can fill in. So what do you see as the goal this year kind of in trying to fill in for her?
Yeah, I think a player like Alex, you don't just say, Hazel, you have to do everything she did.
Right.
It's definitely going to be kind of a committee, everybody having to step up and do a little bit more. Hazel showing tremendous leadership. She creates so many things for us offensively and defensively. She can get to the basket herself or find and distribute and get a lot of people involved, which I think you're going to see just a team that is not, we may have a different person leading us each night in scoring. We don't have the one person who is going to, is going to take the majority of shots or do this. It's going to really be a team by committee and everybody kind of just doing their part. And that may be 6 points one night, 15 points the next night. So I think we're definitely a work in progress. We're still trying to figure that out. But I like the direction we're going, and I love the leadership we have from Hazel, Mackenzie, Cairns, and then Emily Benjumbo. Our three captains have been tremendous so far.
And what do you see as really the strengths of your team this year? What excites you about this team?
I think what Hazel was saying is their passion coming into practice every day. Some days it's like they're so giddy and so excited and so happy to be there. And I think the team is very close. I think everybody's really bought into the system of what we're trying to do offensively and defensively. And I really think just everybody has really bought into it's going to take everybody every night doing what they do. And that, I think, will help us be successful.
And Hazel, we're seeing highlights right now of the West Coast Conference tournament last year where you guys won in the first round. What was that experience like for you, just getting kind of that postseason experience and getting to play out there with your team?
I feel like it's a start where we could, prove ourselves that, even though we're ranked, number 6 on our poll, we could do big things together collectively. I think we have a good chance of, being up there, I think we have a good, a good chance.
How important are those experiences, your team having success early on in the West Coast Conference tournament last year, just kind of solidifying the chemistry of your team?
Yeah, I think we all felt like the last month of the season for us, things really started to click and everybody really understood what we were trying to do. It's a new system, new coaches. Everything was so new. It took us that long to kind of like, oh, this makes sense. Okay, now we're not thinking so much. And now we're kind of stepping into that at the beginning. Everybody, again, really buying into what we're doing, understanding whether it's making that extra pass or being in rotation or whatever it might be. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. From the beginning, hopefully if we carry over with where we ended, I think we feel pretty good about it.
And it's your second full season as the
Right.
head coach at LMU. How do you feel like that foundation was laid last year for next year? What do you foresee as the future of this program?
Well, I think that last year's team did an amazing job of not fighting, I don't want to say fight, but fighting us on what we were trying to do. They were so eager and welcoming and excited about, whatever we were trying to do. And we laid the foundation. Now, hopefully, we can just kind of, and it's already started. The first month of practice, we've been able to go at a different speed and pace than we were able to last year. Where really last year it was like we had a whole team of freshmen. This year we have 5 that are kind of like trying to figure it out. So it makes a tremendous difference.
And last year, the offense was fantastic. Defense struggled a little bit, but how have you implemented ways to kind of improve that this year?
Well, we're always going to be kind of a high risk, high reward team. So we're gonna look pretty silly occasionally on defense because we do try. We want to take chances. It appears that we run around a lot, although there truly is a method to the madness most of the time. But certainly we have kind of gone back and really tried to solidify. We got to be a good half-court defensive team first, but we always want our defense to help create offense for us. So we're always going to be that team that is out there in the passing lane and trying to deny passes and trying to get easy baskets from our defense.
And Hazel, playing in the West Coast Conference, I mean, this is a tough basketball conference. What's it like to be out on the floor that every game? It's so important. What's it like for you?
It's a challenge, but at the same time, it's also fun. It's way different, obviously, from high school experience, but that transition really is fascinating, as you could say. And it's really just great playing with, other people, other girls who also have a great passion for the game and, who could also play well and challenge you. And I think it's just a great experience. I really love it.
And a lot of the coaches have been saying that they think this is one of the strongest years ever for the West Coast Conference. Do you see that, and what do you think makes it that way?
Well, I think the parity, you look at from top to bottom, it's going to be, every night is going to be a challenge. And, we know from last year how many games, whether it was an overtime game or just a close game where, gosh, we win a couple of more of those games and who knows what happens. So we know, I know from 1 year's experience that we got to be ready to play. And if you're not ready to play, anybody truly can beat anybody on a given night. Certainly Gonzaga is still the team to beat, and we have a very good Pacific program coming in. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
How much do you guys know about Pacific, and what do you think they're going to bring to the conference this year? And either of you can answer that, whoever wants to.
Well, Pacific, Lynn's done a great job up there turning that program around and having tremendous success in the Big West. And I knew Lynn when she was at Chico State in Division II, and so it just has been able to follow her career and how she's done. And they got it rolling up there, and so, you add them to the mix. It's just, again, one more game, one more night where you better be ready to play.
And Hazel, is there a game every year in the West Coast Conference that you really look forward to playing, a team that you really get up to play against?
Yes, I really look forward to playing Gonzaga at their house. I just love the atmosphere and, the fans out there. It's just a great place to be at and to play. I really look forward to that game.
Coach, I know this is a difficult question to answer, but if you had to kind of put one goal onto your season this year, one thing that you would say, yes, that made it a successful season, what would it be?
I want this team, and I'm not going to really answer your question,
okay.
but I really want this team to reach this team's potential. So I think every year the team has a different potential kind of each year. I want this team to, by the end of the year, be playing our best basketball, which, again, I think we were able to do that last year, but hopefully we ratchet it up just a little bit more. Our expectations are certainly higher than they were in the last year. But I want us to come out every night, compete, fight, never give in, never give up, and after teams play us, I want them to respect, no matter what happens, I want them to respect the way that we play, how hard we play, and know that if they beat us, they're gonna have to earn it.
Well, that answered my question.
In a roundabout way.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Coach Elliott. Hazel Ramirez, best of luck this season, and we'll be back with more interviews.